Hey y'all, welcome to Hummy's World, Photoshop Elements / Photoshop Digital Scrapbooking Quick Tip. And this one is on centering your papers onto your background. Now when you bring your papers into your layout, I'm going to move this aside a little bit. You need to move it around and get it just right, and in this case a 12 by 12 to a 12 by 12 it just kind of snaps right in there, which isn't too much of a big deal. But if you've been resizing your paper at all, sometimes you just can't quite see. There'll be a little bitty spot on the edge, and I'm going to go ahead and delete this layer. And so there's a keyboard shortcut that you can use to bring your paper in and have it automatically centered, and that is using the Shift key. So I'm going to hold down my Shift key when I drag my paper over, and it automatically goes straight to the center. Now that is sometimes helpful for rectangular scrappers who are using these 12 by 12 papers, and sometimes not. Let me demonstrate. I'm going to hold down my Shift key and drag this paper over, and you see it is immediately centered, and that's great. But the bounding box for my paper goes way out here into the gray area, and I may want to leave it like that, but as a rectangular scrapbooker most of the time I do not. And so when you begin grabbing the corners and resizing down to fit, in this case I probably would go ahead and drag this over. Oh, you can see I've got just that little bitty spot right in there. That is what happens when you begin resizing the layouts, or it might be just a little bit too big this way. So using this keyboard shortcut from square to rectangular doesn't always help me, and so as a rectangular scrapbooker, that's why I don't use that shortcut very much, and I had almost forgotten about it. But in order to center your papers once you've resized them, it's as simple as clicking Control A, which selects everything all the way around the outer edge of your paper. Control A is for all, and then go to the Align drop down menu and align it with the vertical center of your selection. You're aligning it to your selection, and since your selection goes all the way around the outside, you're aligning it to the vertical center, and you saw the paper move just a slight bit, and then you need to go do the horizontal center, and watch when I do this, you'll see the paper move. Now I'm going to press Control D to get rid of my marching ants, and you can see where the bounding box is slightly over the edge on both sides because I resized it to just slightly larger. And that's it. That's how you can get your background centered on your page in two different ways. One using the Shift key and one using Control A for all and the Align tools. I hope you've enjoyed this quick tip. See you around the forums.